Good afternoon. I'm back here in the forest. Nah, just kidding. It's not really a forest. I mean, not really. Hold on, there's a train coming. So you're waiting for a train. Today, I want to talk about something that has been coming up a lot recently. I have these days where, there's just one thing that keeps reappearing, like a certain message. Like one day there was just like kids everywhere, like everywhere. Wherever I sat down, if I sat down, every single time I sat down on a subway, without thinking about it, there was either a mother with her child in a not a wheelchair, these things that children lie in, wagons or whatever, or they were already there, or there was just a child sitting there, and then I saw them everywhere on the street. Children with their parents, and I wasn't sure what that was supposed to mean, and I never figured out. I don't think I'm ready to have children. Today, however, it was about mastering emotions, and it's partly a video I watched, but also a meditation I did, and a couple of other things that happened as well. So one of the things that have been going on with me recently is my body has been transforming, and basically what has been going on is that I've started relaxing a lot more. I become a lot more aligned, right? Because my back was a little bit twisted before, and now it's kind of straightening out, and it's amazing. And I feel so much more at ease, so much more at peace in myself, and I feel just wonderful. It's a completely new reality, and it made me realize how much of our lives play out inside of our bodies. All of our lives. We live inside this body. Not mine, but yours. Or our own individual physical manifestation, physical form. So you really gotta take care of it well. But that's not what I want to talk about. Not really. I want to talk about emotions. And so generally we tend to divide emotions into two different types, right? Like negative emotions, and then negative emotions, and then there are positive emotions. And these positive emotions, we want more of those. We want less of these assholes, right? So we don't want hate, we don't want fear, we don't want anxiety, we don't want worry, we don't want, confusion, angst, guilt, all these shitheads. We don't want these ones. On the other hand, we want love, we want compassion, we want freedom, we want what else do we want? We want, feeling joyful, we want peacefulness. All these emotions are lovely, are amazing, right? So our mind tends to classify these emotions into two different camps, and I think it's very reasonable to want to have more positive emotions. However, one common mistake that we do is that we tend to reject these ones, and we tend to call them assholes, and we tend to not accept them. We tend to resist them, right? We tend to think like, oh my god, no, when we feel anxiety or whatever, and we're like, right? Exactly like that. If you feel me. And that's not working, because every emotion has a message. right? I don't believe that any emotion is pointless, right? There's always something behind an emotion. Maybe you think someone mistreated you and so you're angry, right? You're angry at that person. You feel anger. This asshole is here. What if you can accept this emotion and you can just like listen to it and like, what is it trying to tell me? You know? Like, you feel mistreated, you're angry about it. Somebody broke your rules, right? Somebody stepped on your toes, broke your boundaries. It causes you to feel anger. Now, what story are you making up about it? Are you saying that, oh, yeah, this person made me feel angry? Or are you saying that I reacted to this event because this was a rule that I have in my mind that this person broke, even if this person didn't know about it? It's still my rule. Or you break your own rule and you're angry at yourself. All of these emotions, guilt is telling you that you shouldn't do something again because you're violating your own rules, your own values. Depression or sadness is telling you that you need to take action, you need to do something. There's something that is not quite right now. It's guiding you, right? I believe that these emotions are sort of like guidelines for us, that they're teaching us. They're coming to visit us, right? And they're teaching us something. They appear and we listen. And if we can just listen without reacting blindly to them, we might learn something. And we may just become a little bit wiser in the process. So, in essence, we need to learn to accept all of our emotions and realize that they're all there to provide us with something. I think all emotions are blessings, but sometimes we treat these negative emotions as assholes, these ones as loved ones, and we cling to these emotions and we reject these emotions. But these emotions, those are also part of you. They're also there to tell you something, and rejecting them means you'll hang on to them. You'll actually cling on to them and they'll come back to bite you in the ass later on. Or you'll just never get over it, right? And then there's always a story that we make up about certain emotions. Like, we're always assuming that a certain emotion is caused by something. This is called misattribution of emotion. For example, if you do physical exercise and feel aroused, and then there's a like hot person over there, you attribute that feeling inside to that person, so you might just fall in love with them, or get really like that person, right? But it's the exercise. So really, you're attracted to exercise. Sort of. But it's enhancing the feelings that you have, and I'm totally off track. I'm so sorry. Emotions are good for you. That's my main message. Don't reject your emotions, accept them. And I know this is difficult because, I know it's difficult because I've struggled a lot with it. But I'm learning to find acceptance with all my emotions. And so should you. You can do whatever you want, but that's worked for me, and I think I would advise anyone to do it as well, because it really helps. And there's a really simple way to deal with any negative emotion that comes up. There's a way that you can just hold on. No, that was a train again. there's a way, just some phrases that you can utter that would change your perspective. And you just say, okay, so say I fear. I feel fear, sorry, come up. And then I just think like, oh, that's interesting. I'm sure this makes sense. Something is trying to wake me up. Welcome. And then you figure out what it is, and then you take action, or you change your perspective on it, and then you feel happy. Simple, right? Let's all do that, please. Okay, peace out. Thanks for watching. All right. Bye.